I don't really know what happened with the last video. My phone was like, hi, your memory is low, lol, we're just not going to record the rest of it, so hee hee, finger guns. So, I apologize that this video is in 2 parts, just as I apologize that I'm not making any eye contact. But it's fine, it's cool, it just looks like I'm in a car talking by myself, like a crazy person. But anyway, so I honestly think that I'm in, like, is it activating others? Not the energizing others. It's the third part of the cycle of liberation. Just because, I haven't actively engaged others yet. I haven't told other people, hey, I see you're using you guys instead of you all. You're not being gender inclusive. Maybe you should try doing that, because I'm still kind of working through that process myself. So I don't feel comfortable telling other people, hey, you should do this, when I'm not even totally doing it myself. So yeah. So that's where I'm at with the cycle of liberation. I'm getting better at it. I was really bad, particularly bad today. I don't know why. Probably because I was tired. Which shouldn't be an excuse, but here we are. But I knew it. I recognized it. I saw. I was like, hey, you're being really bad, and you're using you guys 100% of the time. Maybe you should not do that. So at least I recognize the problem, and they say, okay, I'm parked now, so I'm not driving. I'm in a parking spot, so that's why I'm making eye contact. But so at least I recognize the problem, and the first step to recognizing that you have a problem, or the first step to solving the problem, is recognizing that you have a problem. So AA tells me I'm not an alcoholic. I'm kidding. Anyway, it's been a rough week, so I'm making jokes that really aren't that funny. But anyway, so all in all, this experience has been really cool. According to one of the mentors that I've worked with, Boys and Girls Club is always hiring, so I'm seriously considering working for them. It sounds like the pay is pretty decent. It's really early, but hey, I gotta get used to waking up early somehow. School's not gonna start for me at 3 o'clock. I'm not planning on being a college professor, so gotta get used to waking up at 6 a.m. to go to school. Go to school at 8. So I'm thinking about it. I really am. It's been a blast. The kids are great. I feel like today, maybe it was because it was my swan song. I really felt like today, the kids were dude, you're cool, and we want you to they had me assign all of their coloring pages and stuff like that. They were all up in my grill about asking me questions and teasing me, and so it was very cool and very fun. It made my last day not necessarily memorable, but I mean, because obviously they're all memorable. They're all fantastic human beings, but just all around good. It was a good last day. No kid punched me or something. So I feel like throughout this entire process I've grown more as an individual, but especially as a teacher, as this potential teacher that wants to teach the young minds of America, and not because this is the age that I want to teach, because as I've mentioned multiple times, this is not the age I want to teach. I don't want to teach these young babies, but just because it just multiple times I just had that that moment, that teaching moment where you're wow, I'm really here, I'm really up in here, I'm doing the thing, I'm trying to create teachable moments, I'm trying to engage all these different identities in one cohesive way, and not leave any of them out, not trying to marginalize any of them, and it's a lot, it's a lot of work. I don't think people, and I didn't even fully understand how much work and how invested you have to be to be a teacher, how invested you have to be in your students and your job, in all these different identities. Because if you don't, then if you just like ignore them, then you're just like a really, really sucky teacher. If you're just in there, be like, here is math, then or it's like, here is Huckleberry Finn. You're being an irresponsible teacher. You're taking like these humans who like look to you to give them information and to give them knowledge, and you're saying like they don't matter. So like like as a teacher, you have to engage them. You have to know, like, get to know them one-on-one. You have to know them as people, not just as students. And I really think that this experience and this class in general has solidified that for me, that each person has their own story, has their own identities, and that you shouldn't look at them and just assume what's going on. You should look at them and be like, wow, this person is a very complex individual, and I need to figure out what's going on. I need to get to know them. I need to talk to them. I need to get to know their name, their family, their likes, their dislikes, their name, age, social security number, mom's maiden name, for a name of firstborn. I'm totally kidding. But it's just you gotta learn your kids. You gotta know your kids, and that's really the biggest takeaway that I've gotten from this. And I'm preaching here, and I still don't know like some of their names, which is like slightly off again with the flashcard. Like, I'm gonna have to get some flashcards or something because of these name things. But like, each of them had their own unique personality, and I definitely got to know each of them by the end of week 8, and they're great group of beings. Love them all. But so yeah, that's it for this video, and I guess this video series. That's what you missed last week on Glee, I guess. So yeah, people keep walking around and they're like, what are you doing? So it's cool. I'm vlogging, everybody. I'm vlogging. Anyway, so yeah, I really enjoyed this class. This was definitely my favorite class this semester, like hands down. I enjoyed talking about the different identities and how to engage them as a teacher, and just how to engage them as a human being too. Like, we did focus a lot on how to talk about these identities in the classroom, but like, I really feel like what I got out of this too is how just to be a more socially aware and conscious individual, because I'm not one to really watch the news, like get into like a political side. So I'm not into it, and two, it's just I'm like, politics, that's just it's just like a lot of things are going on right now, and it's just like all really, really sad, and I just don't want to. So like, that was my stance before, but now I realize that that's again, kind of irresponsible of me as a teacher. I need to be more aware of the world, and especially at like how it impacts my students and how it impacts my classroom. So just teaching me how to be a more aware individual too, that like really stuck in with me, like in reference to this class. So I definitely think that this is going to be a great stepping stone into my future education classes, and I'm really appreciative of everything that you've done. And I apologize again that this video is like this video in particular, it's like 9 minutes, and then I have that other video too that's probably at least 5 minutes too. So I apologize. I kind of rambled, but many thanks. Moral of the story. So yeah, hope you have a great break. It is well deserved, and have a wonderful next semester. I'm probably going to see you again sometime in JRP. I'm going to like basically live there next semester. So I will see you later. Have a wonderful break, and thank you again so much.